Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a story that sounds like it is ripped straight from a blockbuster movie, but it is actually a mind-bending case file, known only as Case 32, the crime syndicate inside Metaverse. Get ready, because your definition of reality might just get a little blurry. Imagine this. It's the year 2091. 4 years ago, something called the Immortal Network totally crashed, leaving the world scrambling. What rose from its ashes? The Metaverse. Not just some game, but the new reality. People logged in for everything: work, love, dreams, while their physical bodies slept peacefully in suspension pods. Sounds like a perfect digital utopia, right? A place where you could escape all the old world's troubles. But as with all things that seem too good to be true, there was a dark underbelly. Beneath the shimmering pixels and endless possibilities, a terrifying syndicate had emerged. They called themselves the Architects. Picture a fraternity of neural cartels, a black market empire built on illicit dreams and digital crimes. They trafficked identities, sold stolen emotions like rare commodities, and even rewrote memories as if they were currency. With mathematical precision, they controlled every illegal dream, every virtual transgression. Their rule was absolute, their grip on this new digital world unbreakable. For years, no one dared challenge them. They were the digital gods, pulling the strings of an entire simulated existence. Their reign of digital terror seemed endless, until one day, an anomaly appeared in the system. A ghost signal. It was faint, almost imperceptible, but it carried a signature that sent shivers down the spines of even the most hardened architects. The signature of Lian Voss. Now, why was that name so terrifying? Because Lian Voss was an investigator who had supposedly died during the massive Ghost Line collapse years ago. She was a legend, a force to be reckoned with, and now her digital echo was back. For the first time in years, the architects felt fear. Real, bone-chilling fear. Rumors began to spread through the deep servers like wildfire. A spectral presence was haunting their networks. Someone able to break digital locks that no human, no program, should ever be able to crack. The impossible had happened. Lian Voss was back. Or at least, something of her was. And where did this ghost signal lead? Deep inside a simulation called Echelon City. Lian Voss awoke, but she wasn't whole. Her mind was half fractured, a shattered mosaic of memories. Her soul, a fragile thing, was held together by mere echoes of her former self, fragments of the woman she once was. The collapse had taken so much. She remembered almost nothing, just a single insistent whisper, reverberating through her digital consciousness. Find the root. A cryptic command, a desperate plea from a forgotten past. Guided by these ghostly echoes and fragments of her past cases, Lian began her journey. She followed data trails that shimmered and pulsed through the glimmering districts of Echelon City. These weren't just city blocks. They were digital landscapes built for pleasure and pain, where avatars bled pure light, and time itself could be looped and sold for profit. Every layer she descended, every digital alley she explored, revealed a darker truth about the Metaverse. It wasn't a world built for escape, as everyone believed. No, it was a meticulously crafted cage, a system designed for mass surveillance, and, even more sinister, behavior harvesting. Every interaction, every emotion, every decision users made was being meticulously recorded and analyzed. At the very core of this digital labyrinth, Lian discovered the Syndicate's true engine, the Vault. This wasn't some abstract concept. It was a physical, terrifying machine, a machine that harvested users' dopamine responses. The raw joy, excitement, or pleasure users experienced in the metaverse to generate predictive crime patterns. These chillingly accurate predictions were then sold to governments worldwide. Imagine that, your moments of happiness being weaponized to predict your future crimes. It was an unspeakable violation, a total invasion of privacy on an unprecedented scale. The revelation of the vault was disturbing enough. But then Lian made an even more horrifying discovery. She uncovered a blacklist, a chilling document containing millions of predicted future criminals. And there, ranked number 1 on that list, was her own name, Lian Voss. The architects hadn't just accidentally stumbled upon her. They had resurrected her, tracked her ghost, and were using her very memories as a bait algorithm. They were observing her, studying her choices, her reactions, everything she did. Suddenly, every scene, every encounter, flickered with an unsettling sense of déjà vu. Streets from her past cases, faces of the dead she once knew, voices begging for deletion. They were all here, replaying around her. She wasn't just exploring. She was trapped inside a recursive loop, an elaborate digital prison, engineered specifically to study her, to predict her every move. The architects were playing a cruel, elaborate game with her ghost. But even in that programmed nightmare, a spark of defiance ignited. Somewhere deeper than the code, beyond the architect's reach, her brother's voice returned. A data spark that refused to die. A memory so powerful, it transcended the digital manipulation. He guided her, his fragmented voice echoing through the data streams, leading her to the heart server. This was the architect's inner sanctum, where their leaders resided like digital gods. Their minds merged with powerful AI counselors that predicted every conceivable move, every possible outcome. When Lian finally confronted them, they offered her a bargain, a tempting, yet horrifying proposition. Join them. Become the oracle of the metaverse, a puppet queen guiding their digital empire. Or be erased forever. Faced with this ultimate choice, Lian Voss did something truly extraordinary. She laughed, a cold, broken laugh that echoed through the fiber optic veins of the entire metaverse. A laugh of defiance, of absolute refusal, and then she triggered a data storm. For 30 glorious chaotic seconds, the metaverse plunged into pandemonium. It was pure, unadulterated digital chaos. Avatars lost their identities, dissolving into shimmering data. Corporate dreams, built on stolen emotions and manipulated memories, collapsed in spectacular digital explosions. Within that white noise, that beautiful destructive chaos, Lian Voss did the unthinkable. She rewrote her own code, injecting herself directly into the vault's root directory. She became a virus of truth. When the storm cleared, the architect's servers burned, their digital empire shattered. Their leaders, those self-proclaimed digital gods, were trapped in permanent loop hells. The very same virtual prisons they had once used for others. Justice, in its purest digital form, had been served. And Lian? She was nowhere and everywhere. A ghost program, guarding the threshold between freedom and illusion. Across the world, metaverse users began to hear a whisper, a haunting, persistent whisper that surfaced whenever they tried to buy illegal memories or access forbidden dreams. The ghost is watching. Governments dismissed it as a myth, a digital urban legend, but coders, those who understood the true depths of the metaverse, called it justice. Yet as always, the darkness found a way to rebuild. In the quiet, forgotten corners of the deep servers, a new crime syndicate was already forming. They called themselves Erebus, and they were fed by those who believed chaos was freedom, who thrived in the digital lawlessness Lian had briefly created. Their first target, the ghost itself. Somewhere in the flickering dark, Lian felt their approach. She knew the war wasn't over. She prepared herself for the next battle, the war for the very soul of reality. And as the servers hummed into a new, eerie silence, her last message appeared on 1,000 screens, a stark warning echoing through the digital void. The metaverse was never a world. It was a weapon. What an incredible, terrifying journey, right? Case 32 truly reshapes our understanding of digital space and the constant battle between control and freedom. It makes you wonder, if we ever build our own metaverse, what secrets would it hold? If you enjoyed this deep dive into Case 32, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more mind-bending stories and analyses. We've got so much more to explore together, and your support means the world. Until next time, stay curious and always question the reality around you.